An income tax on those who make more than $1 million a year here in Washington state is now a step away from being signed into law. The State House passed the measure after a marathon debate. It's now back in the Senate for final approval before heading to Governor Ferguson, who has said he will sign it. The new plan taxes income over $1 million a year at 9.9% starting in 2029. Opponents fear it could push residents and businesses out of Washington state. The tax is expected to end up in a court battle. Some are now weighing a citizens' initiative to try to repeal it. The bill appears to have already prompted one big name to say they're going to move out of the state. KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels live this evening at the State of Downtown event in Seattle to explain. Chris?
Yeah, Preston, this is a long-planned annual event that is coincidentally happening at the time when the state appears poised to make a major change to the tax code. And former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz says he will move out of the state. And there are some whispers in corners of this room that is just the first shoe to drop. Even on the most dreariest of days, Bob Donegan radiates optimism.
Seattle is still a really attractive place to come to visit or work or live.
The Ivers CEO has been a champion of the Seattle waterfront redevelopment that he says has prompted foot visitor traffic to jump by double-digit percentages in a year.
The private sector has spent more than $1.5 billion in new hotels, apartments, retail spaces, renovations of the piers. So it's working.
So the investment's paid off, you think?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yet he cautions that waterfront momentum could be blunted by a new income tax.
I do know from talking to the private wealth attorneys that many of them spent the second half of last year helping their clients find new domiciles outside Washington state. That's a bad trend.
Senate Bill 6346, as amended by the House, is declared passed.
Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz posted as the State House was finalizing the legislation in what could be interpreted as a goodbye message that he and his wife focused on doing our part to help those at risk and facing hard times in Seattle, but our private family office will move to Miami. A message that comes just a week after Starbucks announced it will transition corporate jobs from Seattle to Nashville.
I don't think that's coincidental. But that would be unfortunate if we lose people because of a goofy tax system.
Do you think there's another way to handle that?
I think there is, and we should take the time to be thoughtful about it rather than rushing it through in a short session year.
But it is unlikely the temperature in Olympia, like Seattle, will immediately change. Yeah, keep in mind, even with that waterfront success, right now the office vacancy rate in Seattle hovers over 33%. Now, the former CEO of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, has long had his critics in this town ever since he sold the Seattle Supersonics back in 2006, but he was rarely seen around town. He was a Democratic donor, and that's why Republicans in the state of Washington are seizing upon this fact, saying it is a sign of things to come. We'll have more on that part of the story and fresh reaction here from the State of Downtown coming up tonight at 6. But for now, live in downtown Seattle, I'm Chris Daniels, KOMO News.
All right, thanks, Chris. And that brings us to our KOMO Pulse poll. You can scan the QR code there on your screen to participate. Tonight, we're asking, do you feel passing the millionaires tax reflects the will of Washington state voters? This is a live look at the results. You can see a majority here, almost everybody, 91% say no, only 8% say yes, and then only 1% say still not sure. Again, if you'd like to weigh in, just scan the QR code there on your screen. That'll take you directly to the story on KOMOnews.com.